What is up, everyone? Eli here, back for my part 2 of my new stuff video. This is just going to go along with the last one that I did. So this is just going to be all cassettes. I bought so much stuff that I had to split it up into 3 formats. Basically movies, CDs, and cassettes. Well, CDs and vinyl. But anyways, this is the cassette edition of the current new stuff video. All tapes. I got a pretty good stack of them here. All black metal at that. Was that planned? I don't think it was. I have been kind of preferring black metal lately. Maybe it's a winter thing. I don't know. But a lot of black metal for me lately, and that's what all these tapes are. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And a lot of these are rare and pretty hard to find. So this is pretty cool. Yeah, all tapes. So let's get started. I kind of have these in order. So this first one, this is a split between 2 German black metal bands. Really good black metal bands and quite underrated, I must say. So this split is from 2007 from Heiden's Heart Records. So we're talking about Svarthal and Regnum. Both really, really good bands, like I said, from Germany. Svarthal is kind of a second wave Scandinavian sound. I think they sound a little bit like Immortal, so if you like Immortal, definitely look into that band because they're just fucking underrated, like I said. Regnum is maybe a little bit better known out of these 2 bands. They play more of a simplistic, simple kind of atmospheric. I would even say depressive black metal. I really like a lot of depressive black metal. I know that's kind of a dirty word sometimes in the black metal underground, but I like a lot of that shit, and Regnum are very good at what they do. Both these bands are still active last time I checked. Number 2, we have the second full-length album from 2010 from Portugal's Crypta Occulta. I'm not going to pronounce that album name, but yeah, Crypta Occulta, one of the best black metal bands I've heard in recent years. I only really started listening to them within the last 2 or 3 years, and fantastic, just excellent pagan black metal. If you like pagan black metal done right, definitely look into Crypta Occulta. Limited to 500 copies from Sabbath's Fire Records. So yeah, great Portuguese black metal. Next, we have the Cold Northern Vengeance and Martyrvore split. So yeah, man, it came out on North Cabin Enterprises, which was just a short-lived label from some of the guys in the bands here. That art has to be done by Rock from Sadistic Execution. It has to be. I don't know what the limitation is. This did come out in 2005. Both bands are still active. Yeah, Xerox J-card. Pretty rare tape. You don't see these pop up super often. So the Cold Northern Vengeance side is just kind of like unreleased tracks, early tracks from their career. The Martyrvore side is from their Satanic Attack demo. Otherwise, I believe it's also unreleased material, at least prior to this split. So yeah, Cold Northern Vengeance are just a great pagan black metal band out of the U.S. One of the better black metal bands I've heard in a lot of years, I would say. Even on this split, this is some of their earliest material, and already in their demo era phase, you know, they are showing so much potential, and they would live up to that potential on their first album, which I also have. Just fantastic black metal. One of the guys from the band has gone on to kind of rub some people the wrong way. I believe he said maybe some sketchy political things. I don't honestly know. I've just kind of heard that through the grapevine. So I still like the music, and yeah, I don't stand for most political views, so I definitely don't stand for his. We have more stuff from Cold Northern Vengeance. We have the Arising Dungeon Cult. I believe this is their second demo. Really, really good, from 2004. Like I said, even this early in the band's career, they were just showing so much promise and potential. just musicianship so far above average. Their songwriting abilities, so much, in my opinion, so much higher than most demo era black metal bands. So yeah, I really like Cold Northern Vengeance. Martyrvore are pretty cool too. With Martyrvore, I have this 2005 compilation of like some of their early demos. Yeah, this also came from North Cabin Enterprises. So Martyrvore, their early stuff, like the stuff you'll hear in this demo, or this compilation, I keep calling it a demo. It's a demo compilation. Martyrvore were kind of like a bestial Black Death band, much in the vein of much in the vein of Blasphemy. I think they would go on to do way better stuff. They would go on to become a little bit more on the death metal side of things. And with their full-length albums, I think they've really, really kind of hit their stride. But the demo stuff is still good. As you would expect, it's just much more raw, much more unhinged. But I like the production and songwriting and musicianship way better on their full-length albums. But yeah, the demo stuff's certainly worth getting. All right, what's next? Next, we're gonna go with Cult, black metal from Ukraine. I'd say even black thrash. I think I would say. So this is their third full length album from Wolfram Productions, limited to 400 copies. Yeah, really, really good thrash black metal, man. I don't know why this band isn't talked about more. I'm sure there are reasons, but who knows? Yeah, pretty fantastic stuff, and I never hear anyone talk about them. So check out Dead Christ Cult. Next we have, this is kind of a hard tape to come by, and for good reason, but we have the Evilfeast Marblebog split. This is from, let's see, I got some notes up here. This is from 2008, limited to 1,000 copies. That's not super limited, but that just goes to show, especially Evilfeast stuff, just gets snapped up almost instantly after it's released. So, Evilfeast, great atmospheric, maybe symphonic black metal from Poland. One guy, I think, Marblebog might be one guy too. I can't remember. Marblebog, Hungarian black metal, much more in the vein of early Burzum for sure. Early to mid Burzum, those first like 4 Burzum albums. If you like that kind of stuff, man, Marblebog are so good. Check out their first album too. Their first album is some of my favorite black metal ever. Next, we're going to go with Rosomahar, I guess we'll say. This is a Russian kind of folk symphonic black metal band, maybe in the vein of like Nocturnal Mortem. Not as good, but yeah. This is their first full-length album from 99, I believe. Yeah, Imperium Tenebrarum, it's called. This came out on some Russian label, Fatal Ecstasy. So from what I've heard, these guys are pretty popular in Russia. Not too well known in the United States, but like I said, it's decent stuff. It's worth checking out if you're into Nocturnal Mortem. They're not as good, but it's still in that same vein. We have Unknown. That's the name of the band. This is another Portuguese black metal band. Super atmospheric raw black metal. Another long night came so sad. It's called. This is demo number 2 from the band. 2007, self-released. Very obscure stuff, very hard to get. Geez, yeah, you don't see, these guys have 2 demos that were really good, and I don't see them turn up for sale very often at all, so try to find it if you can. A split between 2 French black metal bands, Devilish era and Aand. I really don't like the name of this band because it's so hard to say. But yeah, Gathering for Infernal Onslaught came out on Stricto Sensu Records, limited to 157 copies. two black metal bands from France and different sounding from each other. Devilish era are kind of like a, I'd say, depressive black metal in the vein of early Burzum and also like early Bethlehem. Maybe a little bit of Silencer, that kind of stuff, but very sloppy. Like I say, I like that kind of sound, but I don't particularly care for the way that they do it. Aand, God, I hate saying that name. They're just more of a second wave raw black metal. They do a Primordial cover here, by the way, which is really cool because nobody ever covers Primordial. I will say my favorite thing about this split, though, is Devilish Era's Burzum cover. They do a fantastic Burzum cover, I gotta say. It's really impressive and it's really fun to listen to. Here we have Aand again. This is their 2004 rehearsal demo, Chants of the Eternal Season. Stricto Sensu Records as well. And you can see, I don't know if this is done by the band or the label. I think the band, but we got Blood Smeared J-card. Pretty cool stuff. A band worth looking into. I haven't listened to that a lot, but it's decent. It's not great, but it's decent. Next we have two demos. Two demos from, let's see, both from 2001, and that's all this band did. We got Human Slaughter from the U.S. So this guy, well, just one guy, I believe. He was in Cold Northern Vengeance. This came out on the same label that put out those early demos, North Cabin. So we got Diabolical Necromancy. Haven't spent a lot of time with this yet, but it's just super, super raw, but very well executed black metal. Then I have their other demo, The Seasons of Witchfrost. Okay, maybe it's not one guy, it's two guys, but not as good as Cold Northern Vengeance, but still very good. If you like that, early 2000s U.S. black metal, like that stuff that was coming out in Ohio and Michigan, Wind of the Black Mountains, stuff like that, I think you'd like Human Slaughter. Then I have the, let's see, 2008 EP from, also from Portugal, Mons Veneris, The Last Twilight of Existence. Came out in Teutonic Satan. A defunct label now, but I'm good friends with the guy that ran that label. He's a great dude. I don't know the limitation on this, but this is the first EP. This is the second pressing of the first EP they ever did from back in 2007. I got two more tapes. We got Ulfsdalir, really good pagan black metal from Germany. This is just one long song. It's like 30 plus minutes. It's quite epic, pagan sounding, a little bit folky, but not overly folky. I really like this type of black metal. It's cold and wintry sounding. It's got that, those pagan vibes. It's just very good. One of the better albums out of all these, I'd say. And then last but not least, more black metal from Portugal, I think. Shit. Yeah, pretty sure. Stricto Sensu Records again. We got Vermen, or Vermen, I guess. The End of Mankind. Just spelled differently, but haven't spent a lot of time with this one yet either. Limited to 100 copies. Raw, very raw black metal. That's all I'm gonna say for now. I guess these aren't reviews, showing the new stuff that I got. Some of it I've listened to a little bit, some of it not at all, but really good tape haul, and that's all I got for now. Hopefully I get to wrapping up my Lovecraftian Movies Part 2 video very soon, because I spent a lot of time on it, and I've been dragging it out for way too long. I find that the videos that I put the most time into and the most care into, I actually find them really unenjoyable to make. I actually like just turning on the camera and just winging it. I find it more rewarding, more enjoyable. Yeah, these videos that I've actually put time into, I think they look better. they're structured and stuff like that, but just not fun to make at all. So, anyways, let's talk about some black metal. Hopefully soon we can talk about some Lovecraftian movies. And I also have, let's see, oh yeah, and then part 3 of my new stuff video. I'll probably do that tomorrow or something like that. All DVDs. I bought a whole shitload of movies yet again. So anyways, that's all I got for now. I gotta run. Louis says hello and goodbye, and we'll talk soon, guys. Cheers.